Welcome to Forever Exiled. I'm Justin AK Tags.
I'm Tyler, Wrecker of Days.
And this is potentially a video episode 300, though. Episode 300 of Forever Exiled. We decided to do something different. So this, I feel like I'm sweating right now.
This is special, and you're welcome.
Special. Yeah.
This is your gift.
Episode 300. This is how we're celebrating. If there's extra noise, yep. There's extra noise. If we don't sound the same, hopefully we do.
I didn't even go on a diet for like a week before this to lose that extra pound and a half. Like, you know,
because you get extra 10 pounds on camera.
Anyway, do you really?
I don't know. Do we look 10 pounds heavier? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like beefy.
Yeah, it's all muscle.
Look at those.
So we're in my kitchen and we tried to go outside, but as people know, if they've listened to past episodes, my neighbor has the loudest whirly bird in the world. And
those are those things that spin on the top of a roof.
And so that wasn't going to work because it picks and chooses when it wants to be loud. So here we are.
And it's a breezy day. Breezy day.
First out, shout out to our patrons. Thanks everybody who resubbed up. I think we've caught up and got everybody. So we're way off on our planning. This is a little bit rushed, but yeah, I think we got everybody. But thank you, everybody.
We planned for this a long time ago. We have all the time in the world.
This is perfect. But Patreon gets access after dark. It's our podcast after the podcast where we might have a drink, or even today. We're day drinking today. This is we've had enough of this.
We were going to start at 9 o'clock. Yeah. It's 11. Things are going real smooth.
This is going great. But yeah, Patreon gets you access to After Dark. It's our podcast after the podcast. We just keep going. We talk about more stuff, and we're going to be recording an After Dark after this. So episode 300. How's your week? How's life? This is weird seeing you face to face. I feel odd. I can't ignore you.
Oh. No, I know, right? You can't like start typing on your phone magically.
But just pretending to look at it.
Yeah. No, we're good. We went camping, and there's so many, like, British Columbia's, I mean, there's so many beautiful places in the world, but BC has a pretty big reputation for just being very mountainy and evergreeny. It's just forests everywhere, despite, you know, all the other political things going on. But it's really nice. So many different places to camp, and we have a pretty strict provincial camping system, and so the hot spots.
Did you have to book it a long time?
Yeah, we did. And like when you get used to booking with the
I don't like video.
My balls are itchy.
Yeah, I gotta move.
When you're like a pro, you're seasoned with BC Parks, you know, and you can get notifications when things are going to start showing up. But for this one, normally we go to places like on the far end of Chilliwack Lake, and you know, and it's great, but they're like the ones where, and you and I used to camp like this all the time when we'd go camping. We just go roughneck it. We'd go find somewhere, and then we
were young.
Oh, totally.
No
and that's camping to me. To me, camping is totally not bringing your car and you have all your stuff in your trunk and you're 2 seconds away. Even if you're an hour or two from civilization, camping and having something on your trunk, that's just not.
That's still camping.
Yeah, okay. It's you inconveniencing yourself to sleep on a whole bunch of rocks in the middle of woods while all your neighbors are drunk, and you're like, yeah.
Sure.
This is nice. You can't even see the stars.
Living the life.
You betcha. But that's all there is now. That's all my health can handle. If I can even handle it. I mean, I can't. Camping for us, because of my medical situation, Erin does all the work. She does all the driving. She does all the prep. She's a lot pickier with stuff too. So some of it, not much, is on her. Like, oh, well, we can't have the same food every day kind of thing. Like, I'm the kind of person where I just give the kids the dry noodles, chips, marshmallows, hot dogs, and sandwiches. Like, peanut butter and jam, right? We're there for 3 days. Who cares? Suck it up. You'll be fine. They just want to go play anyway.
Hot dogs and marshmallows. That's it.
But she brings ham and eggs and syrup and mayo and like all that extra kind of stuff. So, but she loves it, and she really puts a lot of effort into it. But she does have to do a whole bunch of extra work. So this year we splurged a little bit, and we got these tents that are like easy setup tents. You
told me about them.
Hold them up, and they're more expensive than I wanted them to be. But I'm like,
well, but
it was kind of
makes your life better.
It was kind of like, it's a gift for the family, but it was a gift for Erin too, because she goes through all this extra work. And so while she's doing that, I set up the tents. But after a long drive, whether I'm driving or not, I'm toast. Then to set up the tents, I'm toaster. And then to like for me, dealing with the kids is easy, but it's just that extra thing. The kids, their brains are falling out because they're excited and they're going through. So then it's just, that extra attention to detail. And then our dog is like at the dying age of seniorism. You know what I mean? Like we're day by day, week by week with her. And so it's just all these extra things that now the concussed guy is like, that's just so much energy. So kind of as like a gift to the family, but a gift to Aaron, we got the easy setup tents and pretty amazing. Like they legit set up. We didn't get a chance to test the bragging they had about being waterproof, which without a tarp, I mean, that's not
something you want to test.
No, but you want to know before it happens.
Sure.
Right. But we're probably returning them, which really sucked because the inside of the tent is insanely basic. They don't have spots for your shoes. They don't have a mat for any exterior stuff.
But you can do this.
But you can do this. But that's the thing. That's saving me 30 minutes. But now I'm there for 3 or 4 nights. And even like the inside of the tent, it's too angled. So your head is constantly hitting
when you're laying down.
Corner. And no joke, but we're not tall. I'm 5'10". She's like 5 nothing. And we're like scraping the edges of the long side of the tent. So we're still humming and hawing about it. But overall, it was fantastic. The kids are that perfect age of 10 and 12. You get the bike, you go around. And this year we splurged. So normally we're camping at a place where they just have pit toilets or whatever, and you suck up your BO for a while. This one, they had showers and stuff like that. Yeah. And so, so it's nice. Like it was cool. It was actually nice to shower each night, and the neighbors were all respectful, right? Like when we pray, like I pray before we do stuff and we have meals and stuff like that. But I joke with the family. Like I always throw in like a joke prayer or a joke request. So I was like, oh yeah, and help us have really rad neighbors this time. I'll pray extra hard next time. Just as a joke. We had the best neighbors. It was awesome. Yeah, they were all like, even if they were rambunctious during the day, 10 p.m., everybody was quiet. So it was rad. We just got back yesterday, and big thanks to my wife for just doing all that work for the family. And we're going again in 3 weeks.
Oh,
but we're going
with the family, right?
Yeah, but we're going to Manning, which is nice. The amazing thing.
Not taking it.
Excuse me. No. But the amazing thing was that we there's no campfire ban. Like this is the first summer in forever where we're hitting July and there hasn't been smoke.
There's only one in BC. It's crazy. It's actually close to that city, that place that burned down a couple years ago. There's a big Lytton. Yeah, there's a fire by there, but apparently that's the only one.
And I mean, so awesome for us. We're sorry that the wind blew east for all you Saskatchewan and Alberta and Manitoba folk, but
sorry.
Thanks for taking it for us this year. It's been nice to have blue skies, but this is the first year we've never had a fire ban. So we actually spent the extra money to where we live. You're not allowed to bring, in a way, your own firewood. You have to buy it provincially, and then it's properly treated. They don't like it because of forest disease when you chop down wood from one forest and then bring it to another and then burn it, because that's how disease can spread. So with our provincial laws, you have to kind of buy it at the liquor store or whatever. So we splurged. We spent $50 on firewood just to teach the kids how to burn it, because it sounds silly, but we've never had an opportunity to.
Sure.
Right. So we bought this like gas fire pit for us to bring, and propane.
Didn't even get to use it.
No, honestly, we didn't even have the space to bring it. We were pretty zealous buying it, but so it was awesome. The kids got to use real fire and all that. So it was good, but we're going again in 2 weeks. We're going to Manning. Going to meet up with our in-laws there. So we're going to have a camping trip with my wife's parents.
Cool.
So, yeah, it'll be good. It's been a great week, and thanks for accommodating. We're recording late in the week for the sake of all the effort you have to go through for editing. And
well, he was gone. So I was busy, and then I've got family, and this is going to be coming out in
12 hours.
In less than 12 hours.
So good luck.
Got a lot of, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
But thanks for accommodating. And just so you know, excuse me, I did
not
that
taking it out.
Mike. Nope. Yep. When we go to Manning, we're gone earlier. So we'll have to record earlier in the week.
We're gone at the end of July,
Friday,
too,
Saturday,
so we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
So
at least it was our episode 300. So
yeah,
it doesn't matter anymore.
Episode 303 or whatever. Like
we tried to do. There was a talk about the hot tub. I do have a pool. You can't see it. It's back there. We do have a
last
pool.
week. You were so emphatic. Like kids want a pool. It's not going to happen. Kids want a pool. It's not going to happen. I don't think you can see it.
No, you can't. See it. It's a big.
They have a pool in the backyard.
12-foot pool. My daughter wants to have a pool party for her birthday. She's turning 8, and she wants to have friends
so much
over.
Older. Like when she told me she was going into grade 3, I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, like your
She's
kids
tall.
look older than they are.
She's tall. And then it was one night, and then Christina started sending me links to pools, and I was like, get out of here, I'm not buying a pool. And then I don't even remember, I think I just caved. It happens, this is like pool number 7. We lived here 11 years, 10 years. That's pool 7 for sure, or 8.
You've had some pretty hilarious comments where you don't want to reuse, you don't want to winterize your pools or take them down, so you just chop them up. You don't even want to bother selling them. That's right. Yeah. So that is hilarious. But I love
this is the most sturdy and the biggest we've had, because it's like it's like 48 inches tall or something. So it's our biggest yet. But I said when I was setting it up, I'm like, I see myself already cutting this up. And my kids, the deal was they'd clean it. I was like, we'll see.
Okay,
we'll see.
Oh, it was hilarious watching them get ready to go today when I showed up and they're just getting ready to clear the house and get out. It was hilarious watching, like, we're a family of 4 at my house. You're a family of 6 living together, 5. And it was just hilarious. The different dynamics, different dynamic. And your wife's so perfect in dealing with it all, stern but calm. And it was hilarious. But so congratulations on that pool you weren't going to buy. And obviously I'm asking about your week, but you had the work week from hell, which we've already talked about. Yeah, but that obviously played a massive part in you just bending over for getting a dog when you got the dog. Mm-hmm. Same kind of week where you had this
having kid after kid.
That's right.
No say.
That's
no
right.
say. I just give up. I'm like, all right, fine.
She's the one that caused all your chaos because she secretly wanted the pool.
So we have a pool, and Christina was joking. She's like, you guys could just get some floaties and just float in the pool. I'm like, I'm not floating in the damn pool for our episode 300. Because I had all the stuff. Like, we could have just like had hat-ons with the wireless mics that I have and then just chilled in the pool. But
we should have our
whirlybird.
That's right. It's not the sounds of splashing water.
I wouldn't care about the splashing. No.
I
wouldn't. That friggin' whirlybird.
Oh man, do you know how many views we would get with our flab?
I'm not going in there naked.
No, not naked.
I
you couldn't post on YouTube if it was naked.
Well, we could blur.
Oh, are you allowed blurring on YouTube?
I don't know what the rules are with YouTube. We don't pay.
Are you allowed alcohol on YouTube?
There's alcohol channels. I've seen people like test alcohol, so sure. As long as we're not drunk. Okay, speaking of alcohol, I wanted Angels and Envy. Angels and Envy is one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
I went to the BC liquor store, and because of all of the stuff going on with the US and tariffs and baloney like that, they don't have, because it's an American bourbon, an American drink, they don't have it. They don't have it.
That was me holding in a burp.
I appreciate it because I'm not taking anything out. If you hear coughs or whatever. So with the whole thing going on, they at first decided they were not going to sell it, which support Canada. I get it. I am very pro Canada, but I'm not anti-America. And I feel like they went too far because first off, they decided not to sell it.
Because my alcohol.
I want my alcohol. They covered it originally, right? Like they covered it and you couldn't buy it at the BC liquor stores. And they were like, support Canada. Here's Canadian ones. I was talking to the guy. Not only could I not buy it, but they sent it back. They sent all of their liquor from the States was sent back.
They get their money back.
But that is the government being dumber than dumb. Because guess what? If I drive down to the private liquor store, I can buy whatever I want. They don't care. I feel like be pro Canada. Be like, hey, these are, because he's like, can I interest you in some Canadian ones? I'm like, wait, you can show me, but I know what I want. So it was actually kind of funny because this guy was super excited. He took me to, apparently you can just try the different whiskeys and scotches. So he's just started pouring me some, and I was testing out some liquor. At one point he said to me, because he knew what I liked, Angels and Envy, and he says, this one's going to be like the Band-Aids and smoke. I was like, oh, if this is like that freaking Lafroig, like he laughed. He's like, oh, that's one of my favorite drinks. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? So I tried it. I was like, oh, like, when it reminds me always when in Elf, there's some scene where he doesn't like stuff, and he's like,
all it is coffee.
Coffee, yeah.
Yeah, but he's sipping it.
That's what it reminds me of.
And then his dad's like, buddy, you don't have to drink that.
He's like, yeah, that's what it reminds me of. But I was annoyed. But this is what I bought. I don't remember what it is. I bought 2 bottles, Lot 40 and something else. So,
and we're drinking something else.
We're drinking the other one. It's not Talmor. I think maybe Talmor.
He
gave me 2, and he's like, "Oh, but you can't buy this one because we don't have it in stock." I'm like, I mean, thanks for the drink. It's not very helpful, is it?
Do you remember though unfortunately, the Russian war has been going on for a long time, but the boycotts that the world had. So it's not just between the 2 countries, but the boycotts the world had for a lot of Russian products as well. There were some products like Russian products that were boycotted, of course, from the liquor stores, but then there were some that were Polish or from other countries where they just had, because in their mind or in their marketing world, the Russian style of stuff would sell more, just like the product version. And so there were some products that were getting boycotted, even though they were Polish, because they looked Russian or they sounded Russian, or it said like Russia's finest, even though it was actually a Polish company doing it. So
I couldn't believe that our government was dumb enough to send it back. Like, just wait. It could be more expensive when you buy it later. So my week was fine.
Okay.
I got a pool. We set it up. We had to drive out of town to get it.
Private?
No.
Okay.
But it wasn't available locally. So Christina and I drove one night. I had been drinking, now that I think about it, because she had to drive. And that's what it was.
You can just pour all. No, never mind. I was going to say you can pour all that, but you ruined it.
I have some ice.
Show everybody how you ruin your drinks. That's
delicious.
like,
they can see it. Look, yours is darker. I like mine a little bit watered down, and I like it cold.
I'm like 6 months into my new prescription, and I already need another one.
My week otherwise was just work. We have family staying with us, which is fun. My kids love it because they've got a kid, and I haven't seen my cousin in a long time, so that's fun.
You'll find out what he really thinks of family and After Dark, who none of them subscribe
Well, like
to.
literally we're recording this, then we record After Dark, then I have to tear all of this stuff down to edit, but at 2:30 everybody's coming here for my nephew's birthday. And then all of the family is coming here as a get together because my cousin's in town. So,
and today's Saturday, and our episode releases the midnight
on Sunday.
I guess you could say 12:01 a.m. on Sunday.
It comes out at midnight on Sunday. That's what it's.
That's always been confusing to me. Like, is midnight Sunday night or is midnight Sunday morning?
Sunday morning.
11. So that's why you say 12:01.
It's Saturday night. Between Saturday and Sunday is when it comes out.
There we go.
And it will come out. I don't know how. I don't know what version of it's going to come out, but it will. I assume it's still recording. I see a red light. It was a good week, though. Can
you see the levels? Yeah.
We're good. There's a compressor running on it, so you're fine. Oh God, I don't know when that happened, so it's in. It was a good week, though. Overall, it was a good week. We it was work. It was shit. We did start watching The Wire.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
all thanks to BK. We miss you, BK.
No, I don't know why. Well, I heard it was good. I've heard it's really good. We finished The Last of Us. We finished the second season of The Last of Us, and then we had been busy, and I was like, well, I've heard it's good. Let's start. We're only 2 episodes in, so it's a little slow because there's a lot of characters, and it's a lot of character building, it feels like right now. But so we started that, but we haven't watched that since like Tuesday or Wednesday.
Did you like The Last of Us?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't play the game, so I don't really know the story. I thought that it would end it after 2 seasons, but it's clearly not ended at the end of this one. So I assume there's something happening still. It was fine. It was whatever. It's the same as every show.
We thought it was dumb. No. We loved the first season. We couldn't stand the second season.
But the second season, it felt like every episode you were waiting for something to happen. But it was fine.
And it was shallow. It was so shallow.
See, that is like
petty. And like
when you
7 episodes of petty and shallow.
When you say that, do you know how fancy you sound? it's too shallow. And then I go, how is it shallow? And you go, it just was. Like you can't explain it. You can't like
you didn't ask me to explain it. I'm not going to because I don't want to. No. I definitely can. I just don't want to. We've already spoiled enough for people.
You're getting all critiquey. It was fine. Went and saw the F1 movie. Did you see that yet?
No, I haven't. Okay. I've actually heard it. I'm waiting for it to come out on streaming. Because it just seems like a stupid racing movie, but I am going to watch it because it's F1 and I've always loved F1, but I've heard that it's not just a stupid racing movie.
No, you know what it reminds me of? The first Top Gun. When we came out of it, we were talking about it. She really liked it. And I said it, I felt like it was the first Top Gun. Really great shots, like action, really cool, but the story was just like, eh. Like if you played the F1 game, which I don't think you ever actually played through the story career.
I never do that stuff.
It's very similar. Teams trying to enter, they're into the league and they're not doing well, and you got to try and help them come
and then
back.
Somebody pushes somebody in the garage.
Yeah. And then in their episode in the F1 movie, a 60-year-old comes in and is like, I got it. Get on my back. Like it was fine though. It was cool. It was fun to see, but I just felt like I was watching the first Top Gun. Like it was great shots, amazing shots, really, really good.
But probably better than Drive to Survive now.
It was cool because they do a lot of stuff like at Silverstone last year. And so they were in there with it. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But that's what made it cool for me is like, oh, that's cool. Like they're actually like at the shot. And then, yeah, it was fine. But I watched it and I was like, okay, I don't think that would happen. I was looking at it too annoyingly. So,
you're a Formula One watcher, though.
Now I know Formula One. If I didn't know Formula One, I'd probably be like, oh, cool. That's how it works.
Well, imagine being in the Air Force and watching something like Top Gun. Like the first one compared to the third one. Like apparently they've done way more research, right? And the reality of it all. And the people are actually flying, all that kind of stuff. They're actually in jets. But, when you go back to like,
it was cool because they had like Lewis as a producer. And so like it felt really realistic. It was really cool. It's just the story for me was shallow. It was shallow.
Hey, Josh.
Don't ask me how to explain it. It's just
okay.
Shallow. Anyway, my week was good. I played some Path of Exile 1. And let's talk about that. We don't really have like a normal... Listen, we're celebrating 300. This is 300 episodes. So thank you, everybody.
Oh, now you can't cut that.
Oh yeah, get that arm in there. With our like, God, this. First off, this table's too big, but we didn't have anywhere else to do it. This just reminds me of like, I don't know.
Oh, this hurts. Give me a little more.
Stretches. It's okay. Yeah. So episode 300. So thank you to everybody who's hung out with us and helped create a really, awesome community. It's crazy how busy 2121 is in game. The Discord's awesome. Like it's a huge just celebration for everybody too, because it's really cool. Yeah. The community that's come together out of this idiotic podcast between the two of us. It's fun. It's really, really cool.
It is. Amazing people. Thank you for those that have been around for forever and for those that have just started. But it is phenomenal to have the community that we have. We've been very blessed to have so much feedback about how edifying it actually is and people feeling comfortable and they able to talk to people, even just about like regular life stuff, parenting stuff.
Parenting.
Grass is way more important than parenting.
Obviously,
but after we've talked about grass, just like, but all of it. And it's very humbling. Cool. And so we're very thankful. And so thank you for being a part of it.
Mm-hmm. And, we probably should bring it up because episode 3, we talked about this in like,
do we show it?
Episode 2? Was it like,
yeah, we were joking around about a giveaway just as a joke to get more listeners at the time. It was obviously serious.
Well, we meant it.
Yeah, we did.
We meant it.
Do we show?
Yeah, we're going to show it. We meant it enough that like a year, maybe 2 years ago, we actually tried. Like I actually, just gently. Gentle. Oh, that's a bit. Where are you going? You couldn't. Oh,
I'm gonna show it.
Okay, we tried to actually have one custom made, and we were working with a company, and I wish I could shout them out, but they were terrible, so I can't. So instead, we have. It's finally here. Hold on. Gotta cover my face so you can't see me. Move. Oh, you're not mic'd. Hold on. So we have it. The car giveaway is finally here. So Tyler and I. Okay, they can't see that because it's focusing on me. No, there you go. Oh yeah. So we made our own. We've got our own F1 movie version. So we have the car. It's finally a giveaway. Tyler and I are going to build it because we're awesome. Maybe we'll do that in After Dark. We're going to build it.
What a horrible audio only podcast.
We're going to pull out our napkins. Lego. Like obviously my kitchen table is always exactly like this with a
exalted all.
There you go, stress ball. And this thing. What is that?
I don't know. Actually, I was thinking about what that's called.
House? Did you bring this?
No. Logan put that on here.
Yeah, Logan helped us
out. But they're a spitter. But they're not a spitter. But like you'd call them a spitter because think about it.
Act 1.
What if you like call it a tail squirter? That's a little provocative, right? A lizard leaker? No.
Oh.
So it's a spitter, even though it comes out the back end. Right. And it's a
do this
spike shooter.
Or do they turn their butts?
I think they turn around.
Oh, I think you're right. They should do
this. But then they turn into, or is this the second stage or the first stage?
No, the first stage is crap.
Well, I don't like either stage.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
They're worse in the second game. Oh my goodness. I still, after patch E and G, hate them in the second game.
No, just kill them.
The chaos res that they make you have in the first 2 acts of the second game, get out.
It's even harder now to craft it. Like it used to be, I still don't
First game,
know.
Second game.
First game. I still don't know how to unlock, or maybe you actually couldn't. Some of the combo chaos reses. I couldn't find them. And I've been playing,
but they changed
They did change it, yeah.
Oh man.
And here's the thing
even
too,
more now.
with June, like I guess we're getting into Path of Exile stuff too now. With June now, Jun, the stuff that she does, you don't learn that craft. So if she, at least it seems to me, so you don't, betrayal's weird now because you unlock all the crafts through mapping, right? When you run into betrayal and you get these guys that come, they still drop veiled gear, but it almost seems like the crafts that are offered from Jun, it used to be that when you crafted them, you unlocked them as crafts you could use.
Oh, like when you unveiled them, they would also unlock.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it unlocks for the bench anymore. So
you're just lucky to have
you have to hope that the gear. I could be totally wrong. So please, happily explain it to me better. But,
no, don't happily. Cut them down.
It seemed like you don't unlock those crafts. You got to hope that the gear drops already good, and then hope that you get one of 3 options. I was trying to point out that we have very fancy towels that we're going to use for building.
Oh, but these are not just fancy towels.
They're the fanciest of towels.
These are expensive.
Yeah,
these are the Atlas cloth things that Justin got through. Christina, if you're listening, just tell the kids to sing really loud.
$20.
Yeah, $20 support pack is where the physical merchandise starts. Actually, look at this. Are you wearing that shirt on purpose?
Oh. No,
I'm not wearing these on purpose either.
I just grabbed a black shirt.
Yeah, so there's Justin. Look at your shirt. Hey,
this is
show.
This is
it's the waypoint shirt.
I didn't even.
And Justin loves that shirt because he doesn't like it when there's
I don't like all
look at my shirt where it says like
all
Exile Con, where it actually says what it is. Justin likes the sneaky
this
stuff.
One is. That's right. That's the only reason it's in my thing. Right. I grabbed just the top black shirt.
That one's nice. Is that made by Jinx?
Can
I see? Can you hold it up? No. So hopefully that's a newer one. And Justin gave me like a year ago, he gave me like all of his.
They cost only like $2 each.
Yes, that's right. The $2 t-shirts. And anyway, he gave me all of them that he had, which is great. But the ones that are made by Jinx, like look at this one here.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's off center.
Maybe your body's just
but that's the thing.
You're right. Actually, it is. A little bit off
and do you know how many times I've spent, and a bunch of so many of the Jinx ones are, and considering that, I mean, because $2 is a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money for it.
Remember, it used to take like months and months. Like sometimes you'd be like, the league would be done,
yeah,
and you bought it at league launch. The league would be
There
done,
was a period where
and
they
then
were
the
good.
next league would have started, and that league's almost done, and then you finally get it in the mail. And obviously they've changed that, right? So now when you pay for your own shipping, if it's still the same way, I don't know
how it is either.
But they changed it so that you pay for your own shipping and you get it almost immediately.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd be pissed if I spent $2.
Some of them weren't even open, so I never looked at them.
Right. No. And it's not a criticism, but it was just, well, not a criticism to you.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely not unthankful or criticizing your generosity.
You got custom ones.
Like when you charge that much
and they're not
they're coming.
I feel like
crooked?
though I had one that was crooked that they actually let me send back. Like
I'm
way back in the day.
Sure.
I feel like I remember Christina saying like, that's not in the right spot. And I was like, okay.
I remember, and GGG is great with that stuff. Like they're not sticks in the mud. Like, well, you bought it, you got it. It's like they've always been fantastic with that. It's never a diss to their customer support.
I thought they changed though because the company went under.
There was quite a few actually. The ones that have the logo, they are actually off. But whatever. It's but it is quite funny. So anyway, there's the Valorb one that just has the Valorb up here. Yeah,
but it has Path of Exile like big in the back. It says Path of Exile like right big in the shoulder and somewhere it was. I just didn't want to wear something that said Path of Exile and big words on it. I guess I probably kept this one because it's questionable.
That one's so rad. I love that.
I think this one glows in the dark. I think somebody told me that this one glows in the dark.
I cannot get erect in video. Okay, audio only.
You can't get as hard. You can't see it. It's got a rage right now.
I need a big table.
Can we say that on YouTube? Anyway,
I guess
congratulations
18A. 18A is
all
that
of our episodes
Canadian or is that not American?
I don't know. All of our episodes are marked as explicit every single time. Just out of safety. Just out of safety, because you can get in trouble for that.
I just wanted to go. Remember in What About Bob when he's pretending he has Tourette's?
Yeah.
And he's doing such a bad job because he's like a kid, but he's like giggling every 2 seconds. Mm-hmm. I was going to do that, and then I realized I would sound as stupid as that. But anyway.
So congratulations, though. It's a cool thing. Episode 300.
Get your lizard leaker out of here.
I'm going to keep him right here.
Okay, fine.
Was he supposed? He's always in this spot.
It's just
on my table.
You know, Logan set up.
Logan did a great job of helping us out. They had candles at one point. I came in here. I was like, nope.
He couldn't breathe.
I can't breathe. It stinks like freaking candles. I had the AC turned on because it was going to get. I was already sweating. Episode 300 though. Very cool.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, you
like this is just something that like we were.
This is not what I like. No. Normally, our normal episodes, though, are very chill. We just hang out. So it's been fun.
It has been. And we originally started, if you're a new listener, we originally started
2019, end of 2019.
Yeah, it was as soon as Justin got back from the very first Exile Con where they released where they announced Path of Exile 2 and all the confusion that came with it, but the excitement that came with it. And funny, I mean, maybe I think it'd be funny to talk about how much isn't in the game that was originally announced. But when Justin came back, he was like, man, we just got to start. Like he was thinking about it, mulling it over long before he even brought it up with me. But it was like the nail in the the needle in the haystack, nail in the coffin. What was it? What's the term? Yep. For him, when he got back, especially after he talked to Tarky, for any long-term listeners, those that shout out to Wraeclast and you old school Wraeclast people, we miss you and love you. But after speaking with Tarky in New Zealand, we got this goal.
Before I left, I'd wanted to do one just for fun, but I didn't know what for. And then when I was out there and hung out with him for a while and talked about their struggle about getting it to audio only, because I was like, why are you guys not? I don't understand. What's the reason not? And so there was a thing and they were trying to figure it out. Yeah, they were
YouTube only and they just...
Yeah, I was trying to help them figure out how to do audio. And then I came back and I was like, why don't we just... I said to Ty, I'm like, do you want to do one? Because there isn't one. It'd be audio only. And it would just be us hanging out on Mondays like we normally do.
And so we changed Mondays to Fridays?
Yeah, they did. Actually, we did shift a bit. Yeah. We did shift a bit.
Now race nights Mondays. But it's been a lot of fun because, sorry, I shouldn't like look out the window and enjoy the view.
It's beautiful.
Hi.
All the shades are moved so that we have... All right, that's unnecessary.
Come on, it was far.
You can't cough. Just don't cough. Have you heard me cough once? No. Just don't cough.
Dude, I have had like 3 nose surgeries.
I've sneezed like 4 times, so...
You have not sneezed 4 times today.
No,
in life?
General, yeah. So we're on the same page here.
Understanding complete. But no, so it was cool. And then when we decided, like, we set ourselves some rules at the beginning, like we could care about success or we could not care about success. We could care about, like the numbers, or we could care about enjoying ourselves. And as silly as and obvious as that sounds, they were actually bigger decisions than you think.
I remember us ever actually talking about it, though. We made an agreement. We made a conscious decision to not care about that.
Fun. Mm-hmm. And we intentionally said we don't care if it's 1 people, 12 people. And I think we even said like our high number was like 30 people.
50.
Yeah.
50.
Like we don't even care if like we get as high as 50 people. We're just going to have fun. And as soon as we stop having fun, we're not going to do it. But it was important to us because we've been friends since
grade 5.
Like I moved to the Lower Mainland the summer of grade 4 and 5. Mm-hmm. So that was what, 92?
Yep.
We good?
Well, I don't see a screen. Making sure. Are we still recording? Sorry, camera. Making sure there's still audio because we're good.
Oh, was it just falling asleep?
It does go to sleep if it doesn't have something. So that's fine.
So, but like I moved to the Lower Mainland in the early 90s. I think it was 92, 93,
whatever, grade
something
5.
Like that. Yeah, the summer of grade 4
been 10.
5.
So
we got a elementary school in grade 95. So yeah, it would have been 92. Summer of 92. And we've been friends since then. And
that's a long time. 92 does not seem that far away.
But it's dangerous getting into like businessy stuff with friends and family because you have to start
originally.
No, but
like,
you still
eventually that became a conversation later on for sure. Because originally it was just like we didn't even have a logo. We if you remember our first, I think we knew the name, but other than that, we didn't have. Yeah. But you are right because it developed over time into like, how do we make this work as friends?
Yeah, and I'm very glad that we've kept the mentality. We were never swayed by. I guess maybe we're pretty blessed to have been successful by having fun and enjoying ourselves. We never really had the temptation of, well, we're not being successful. So do we switch up the fun? Do we care more about numbers? Do we make decisions based on this success or that success? And Justin doesn't actually care about you people. He's out there sniffing a line.
Normally there's not video, so people wouldn't know.
That's right.
But when Ty gets, sentimental, Justin's like,
walks away. I'm out of here. I'm going to go take a dump and not even wipe. Mm-hmm. But no, like we were very blessed to be successful relatively quickly. And so we were never really tempted with the, do we do numbers over?
Oh, we went over it a little bit though, because we had a lot of criticism early on. No video. We still get it. We still get it.
Non-stop.
Well, it was way more in the beginning. We were criticized pretty heavily about not having video early on. I think people have learned to realize that we don't care. So we're pretty lucky in that sense. Yeah. But also because it never became about making money. I mean, I should show you the emails I get every single week of people trying to get their silly sponsor stuff on the podcast. And I look at them. Sometimes I forward them to you because I think they're funny. But yeah, we've been lucky. It's just the two of us having a good time. And it's super awesome that people asked for a Patreon and we had to find a reason to do it that wasn't just taking money. So we came up with After Dark.
That's right. People wanted to support us. And so I guess we're like accidentally tooting our own horn there, but we didn't like go out to go and make money or anything like that. People wanted to support us. And so Patreon seemed like the best way to.
Because we wanted to still give something if they were going to. I mean, it's more of us. So I'm not sure that that's a fair trade.
But then, so about 30 episodes in, we started After Dark and
made the Discord early on.
We were nervous about After Dark because, I mean, we were still getting our feet wet with how to deal with content with PoE and the nervousness of like talking about the game specifically. But then the less we talked about the game, the more comfortable we got. And then After Dark just became a monster of its own, which we're very appreciative of. And maybe we'll get to talk about Path of Exile in the
episode 300. It's a special one.
But I guess now that we're on the subject, can I ask you a personal question?
You can ask.
What's your favorite sexual? No. Oh no, that's all I'm thinking about. Shoot, that's my
That's
wife's
how
very
fast.
lucky. She married a very stereotypical guy. The second you say something like boobs, I'm just like,
Yep,
Topic
I'm
changed.
done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Do you not remember your
I have
question?
no idea. No, I want to. Have you changed because of the podcast? I mean, we've been doing this now since technically January 2020.
Mm-hmm.
The ExileCon was 2019 December, so we'll say January 2020. We're now 5.5 years in. Has this changed you at all?
No, I don't. I think the way we set it up was we were really lucky because we hang out on Fridays. I edit Fridays and Saturday. I put it out on Sunday, and I don't do anything podcast related typically until Friday. I mean, we hang out on Discord and I play the game, but I don't like my cousin was just here. And so, of course, he goes into my office and sees all my shoes and my setup. And then Logan was showing it off to him. And so he's like, "You have a podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah." I don't talk about it. People don't know that I have one.
I'm the same. Like, I'll wear like the Forever Exiled hoodie that I have, and one of like my kids' parents will be like, "Oh, what's that? It looks cool," because like we have a pretty animated logo, right? And I'm like, "Oh, it's just a podcast I listen to," because I don't want people to know.
No,
and
it's
then
weird.
The kids will be like, "No, Dad, that's your podcast." I'm like, "Oh,
my kids
really
are definitely more proud of it than I am."
Yeah.
No, it hasn't changed me. I like my life exists to work and take care of the kids and hang out with the kids and my wife. So, we're just very lucky that it turned out the way that it turned out. We can hang out on Fridays. We edit it. I don't think much about it until the next Friday when we hang out. So, for me, no, it would be a no. Whoops. You? To change anything?
Funny enough, it's the complete opposite for me. It's changed me substantially. Really? Yeah. So when we started this podcast, I was still
active, walking around.
Well, you know what? Honestly, a lot medically, like I've regressed a lot, and that's understandable. Like that's the expectation with the concussion issues that I have, but also going from my 30s to my 40s. Sure. That's just, the stereotypical over the hill bit, right? Yep. Mm-hmm. And so, but I mean, there's that, but then there's also the wonderful thing for us is that our family dynamic, our wives are so
supportive.
Yeah. Like, well, we married, I guess you could say, the right people, like people that actually make sense for the things that we like. Mm-hmm. Like we're not one of those things like, "Hey honey, can I game tonight?" Mm-hmm. It's, "I'm gaming tonight. What are you doing tonight?" Mm-hmm. "Okay, cool. We'll have a good time," kind of thing. Right. And so we have those very supportive family dynamics. And so our spouses have been phenomenal through all of this, especially like Friday nights are Friday nights. Like you guys have Monday to Friday jobs. We are not a Monday to Friday family, but to have Friday night reserved every night for 5 years, unless you're actually traveling somewhere is an ask.
It is.
And it's not like
you're right.
You can agree on it. And it's like, I'm going to be fine with this every Friday.
We're talking 5.5 years.
There's going to be Friday nights where you're like, motherfucker. Like if you remember, what's his name? Not Leo Getz, but what's his name? I always call him Leo Getz.
Oh, from the
from Home Alone.
Yeah, but does he? Yeah.
What's his name? Oh my goodness. How am I forgetting his name? Anyway, he's like our family's favorite actor because how he grumbles in Home Alone. He's like, so, but anyway, so that's absolutely phenomenal. But for me, I was a content creator in Path of Exile prior to all this. I was writing guides, right? Yeah. And my guides received insane amounts of criticism because they weren't the typical map clearing 20 billion.
Well, that's how we came up with
Elder DPS. Yeah, that's exactly it. And mine was more about just more of a laid back experience, but you could still do the content. It's just
we should have trademarked that.
10 minutes per map instead of 2 minutes per map, but they were solid. Well, I mean, not at the beginning, but you
got a lot of good praise though, because when people realized that it worked for their play style, especially people that struggled, whether it was like we had people that I remember people posting on your stuff that had struggles with their wrists or like it wasn't always just head related that those builds worked great for.
And I actually have some posts still saved, screenshotted for myself of people that, whether it's the different types of professions that praised the style of build, or even psychologists that praised my tenacity of going through and constantly posting despite all the negative criticism I was receiving. And so I have a lot of really positive emails and posts saved and screenshotted because it feels good, right? And sometimes they're reminders of things that you used to do. I haven't posted a guide for a while now, and part of that is Path of Exile too, and the other part of that is just my health has declined to the point where I don't have the time availability and energy to maintain it. But at the time, I was a content creator, and we all know for long-term players, we know the toxicity.
You got it. You nailed it.
Not even empty.
Right.
Of what the community has been in the past.
Can be, yep.
And I guess the community is on a side note, in a pretty unique state right now because there's such an influx of new players.
Do you even know
with
what?
Path of Exile 2.
We used to keep up with that. Do you know?
No, I don't even have Reddit installed on my phone anymore. It's been about a year.
So,
but
maybe they're still the same.
Well, I have. Actually, guess how many posts I have for Path of Exile 2? Okay, so actually, this is a total side note, and I'll get back to it. Try and remind me what I was talking about how it
I know the
changed me,
question.
okay?
Yeah. That's how we started.
For those that are discouraged, like our regular listeners, people in our community, for those that are discouraged that I'm not playing Path of Exile 1 anymore, it's not like just understand.
He
It's
hates
not
it.
it's not a hate thing. It's not there's no grudge or belittlement.
You probably would like
that.
Path of Exile 1 better right now than PoE 2.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. But I'm loving being a part of the beta experience. I'm loving providing feedback. And to me, just because I had such a really discouraging experience at launch because of how the game launched, which, of course, again, we received a million amounts of criticism for my attitude towards beta's launch. But I only have time for one game. I only have energy for one game, and I am choosing Path of Exile 2 over Path of Exile 1 because I'm enjoying, and maybe it was my minion post that I feel got seen by GGG, but I'm enjoying being a part of the feedback process, and whether my posts get seen or not, I feel like they do, and so I'm enjoying being a part of that. To that end, I still have many posts in my tasks list, my Google tasks.
If I can remember, I would like to have just zoomed right in on you just talking to the camera. Guys, I still like it. Just tell the people. Tom.
So here we are.
I still like Path of Exile.
Yes.
It won. I just can't play it.
I'm excited for how much better Path of Exile 2 can be, and I want it to be that much better. And if my posts matter, I can help it be that much better.
How many posts do you have?
Do you want to guess?
Are we talking just Path of Exile 2?
Yes.
Okay, and are we talking...
No. If you're talking posts for Path of Exile 1, it's thousands because it includes replies to my guides. Yeah. Like it's
Can
literally...
you tell me, do you know the number for... I know it's thousands. Do you know just 2? Path of Exile 2 numbers?
I do know my posts that are not replies, just feedback.
What is your question, though? 2. How
many posts, which is feedback, bugs, all of that, how many Path of Exile 2 posts have I made? Not replies, where I'm the original poster.
Okay. So I'm at 0.
Yes. Well, we all know that Justin's like, yeah, someone also posted. That's fine.
Path of Exile 2 specific. I like 80, I want to say, but I know that 80 is going to be...
good guess.
Is it?
It is.
I'm going to say 80.
Okay.
I feel like it's low.
It's 64.
Oh, okay.
I have a lot pending.
Yeah.
And the reason that it's lower than you think is because... Well, yeah, because some of it, like, the game's not balanced. Right? So do I post about, well, this boss sucks, this boss sucks, this boss sucks? Or do you post, well... all of these skills suck, so maybe the bosses don't suck. You know what I mean? Like, so many issues are intertwined with one another. But I didn't play for a very long time through beta because it was such in my opinion, a really bad launch.
I thought it was good, but I do.
Well, yes, but there's like the archetypes that I liked, and we're not going to get into it, but the archetypes that I liked were non-existent.
Okay.
Are you good?
Yeah, we're good. We got 10 minutes.
Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, then.
Because we're fine. We're fine.
It's just one of those things where it's like, I didn't play lots then, but I'm playing lots now.
Sure.
And so now that they're also in the 4-month schedule, you have to post and then you wait. Like, I'm still pretty against this 4-month schedule that they have.
Well, we've never actually seen it yet.
No,
that's just
they're just starting it now. But now it's like, okay, how long do you have to wait for your feedback to take place? Well, so how much feedback do I provide?
They made a lot of changes though through the league this time.
Sure,
but it's not going to be based off of a single post feedback. Yeah,
right. So now it's like, okay, well, I'm posting this now. I'm posting this, and I'm posting this, and I have to just wait. Mm-hmm. And now it's like, well, it's been 3 months. Did I post this? Did I not post this? Like, how many times have people posted things that are repetitive? Because now you have that 4 months is a long time for people without memory problems to be. Was this taken care of? Is this post too old? Like, I'm still like, hey guys, just FYI, I'd like my account MTXs to be merged.
Did you ever email them back about that?
I did.
Okay. Nothing yet. God damn it, GGG. Can you please just take care of this? I don't have to hear about it.
The whole, like, it's so ironic because their customer service is phenomenal.
They're very great. You need
ever since beta started, you can't, like, they just came out with an issue this week where like accounts are being compromised and
that was last
GGG
week,
can't see anything that's wrong on their side. So they're just encouraging people like
it's
make
probably
strong
not
passwords. No, probably not. But they came out with a post. And then at the end of the post, if all of this doesn't work, contact support. And I'm like, it's like a 4-month wait, guys. Like, good luck. But that's almost illegal where we live anyway, to have support have like a 120-day delay. It's crazy. So anyway.
Yeah. How did this change you?
But no, it changed me a lot because it gave me a lot more of a spine. But just in general with people too, like there was a lot of criticism to the podcast. I've always had criticism to the style of builds that I make and that I play. And even there's a lot of regular listeners that would they wouldn't understand the purpose of why I play a certain way or the focus that I had and what I enjoyed about the game. And sure, some of that kind of like you naturally learn that because, you know, you're medically gimped or whatever. So you're kind of forced to start enjoying it. But then you start really enjoying what you have anyway. Oh, time's up.
Looking. They won't come this way. Hopefully, keep telling me about
if you
it.
Want to see Justin's family? Stay tuned for 2 more minutes. But it's actually changed me a lot because we had to go through a lot of criticism, both about the podcast, but then about my guides got a lot more activity because of the podcast. The podcast got some activity because of the guides, and all of a sudden, like, sure, there was an insane amount of positive feedback.
We're recording. I'm not turning any of this off, so we're literally recording in here. Yeah. Okay. I'm not taking any of this out, so he's a spitter.
It's a tail spitter.
It's a tail spitter.
And it's poisonous.
He's from the game and it's dangerous.
Really good aim.
Because we always
straight for your throat.
Always have this on our table. Anyway, continue. So yes, we did receive criticism.
So it's taught me to prioritize what's important and what's not. It's given me a spine in the proper areas, but also to not be judgmental to people that are negative, either permanently or temporarily. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's tough when somebody gives you constructive criticism or frustrated criticism. Sometimes it's tough to not put them on the back burner. You know what I mean? Like, and also like, well, if you punched me, so I'm going to punch them back type of thing. And so it's just taught me a lot. Like, I think I've matured a lot because of the podcast. And I mean, the positive feedback is always phenomenal, but the negative feedback is like getting punched in the face is what makes you tougher too. But then the kind comments are what, you know, I guess you could say caress you after you've been punched. So it's come back. It's been a very positive experience, and thank you for listening. Very edifying. You have made me into a better man. Whenever you're ready. No, whenever you're ready. We're all good. Hey, Chico,
continue.
what's up? No, we're good. That was it. You got my tear. You already wiped away my tears.
I think, learning with, anytime you put yourself out there, it's tough because people are going to have positives and negatives. Your little muff needs to be pushed down a little bit. Thank you.
Can't have any leaks in the condom.
I think, or you end up with a bunch of kids. No. Sex with the condom is like kissing through a window. A youth pastor taught me that.
Hey, said youth pastor, you were amazing.
Yeah,
we love you.
Thank you.
We really do.
Yeah.
We can't shout you out.
No.
That comment's not appropriate in
At
case
all.
you're still in the ministry. But
He is.
that is he?
Yeah, and he's like,
Are they still together?
We might be thinking of a different person that said it. No, we're not gonna say it. No. No. I'll tell you.
Well,
who it
the
was
individual
later.
that I'm thinking of, I think you're fantastic.
He was fantastic. This guy was awesome too, and he's like high up now. But he taught me that sex with a condom was like kissing through a window, and I was like, okay, I don't want to kiss through a window. He wasn't wrong. Anyway, it is very cool. I know we didn't talk much Path of Exile, but it was mostly just a celebration of everybody, and thank you to everybody. And 300 in, and we'll go back to just normal Forever Exiled next week, just back to the two of us with audio only. I did play. I'll talk about it in After Dark. We built,
and we're not gating Path of Exile content to our paid episodes.
This is what it is.
If you listen to us for Path of Exile content, there's something wrong with you. There's something.
I always laugh when people are like, "I want chapters." It's like, for what?
Yeah, we're not teaching you anything. You already know everything we know.
Yeah, you know more than we know.
What you want to learn about zombies? I don't think so.
Yeah, I played Path of Exile 1. You probably wouldn't have played any Path of Exile 2 because you were gone.
I did play PoE 2 last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm 95 on my second character. Yeah, no big deal. I've given up on trying to level anymore. I have a little bit of fun and frustrations with my Path of Exile experience, but we are under a very tight timeline.
That was for the editor. Oh, hi. Guess I'm mistaken.
Apparently my dog needs to go out too. But a huge thank you to everybody for hanging out with us for 5.5 years and 300 episodes, and we'll see you in episode 600.
What was
What was the other one we used to do? There was another noise from another show that we used to do. Ah, damn it. I can't remember. Anyway, it was very cool. When we did.
Experience Regina.
I only heard that because of your wife's stream. I never actually knew that it was a real thing besides you yelling it. But thank you to everybody. Episode 300.
Yeah.
Hopefully your Path of Exile experience is going well. We're going to wrap up episode 300. Forever Exiled. I'm Justin, aka Tags.
I'm Tyler, Wrecker of Days, and I hope you enjoyed the flowers.
This is, the car.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have it on Discord. Apparently, probably today. We'll have it'll be in the announcement section. There will be something to click on to sign up. I honestly have no idea. Now we have to figure this out. But we're going to have, and no matter where you live in the world, we're going to ship it to you. Yeah. And we're going to like write on it with permanent pen somehow.
And don't be a dick. Lego's expensive. You think that this is a small box. It is, but that's not our fault. They've gone crazy greedy with their whole like system of retiring sets and stupid stuff. Do you know how thoughtful we were with this? We have two cars because there's two people. One's yellow because he's yellow in the logo.
21.
This is 21.
I mean,
what are the chances? Except my birthday's on the 21st and his isn't. But for some reason, he got 21. Even before I was born, even though I'm older than him. And I like the pink and the teal. So it's absolutely perfect. What?
Isn't number 4 Lando? Number 4?
I don't care about Lando. Lando's great.
Okay, number 4 is Tyler. Anyway.
Well, I have 4 people in my family. But this is generous and you're welcome.
Patrons, we'll see you in After Dark. Everybody else, we'll see you next week in 301 Back to Normal. If you're looking for more information, we have a website, foreverexiled.com. We have the best Discord pop in there. Say hello, find out how we're giving this car away because we still don't know how. And Patreon and other ways to support the podcast. You'll find them all over the place. Have a fantastic week.
join. We haven't decided yet how we're giving it away. We'll probably even do that in After Dark. No, so I'm just saying.
I said,
no, shut your face. It's just.
Okay, say what I said again.
Because there's a scotch over here and coffee over here.
Say what I said again.
No. Just join our Discord because at some point we're going to create an event that shows how you can win this. And it's going to be great.
Mm-hmm. It's got to be by tonight.
Whatever. Anyway, we're going to give like 2 weeks, though. Yeah.
It's not 302. We'll give it away.
You get some time. So chill out. But if you're not up to date on podcasts, you're missing out. And we love you equally. Well, slightly less. If you're
good luck with the chapters on this.
So
one.
This is how our love works. Up to date is number 1. Slightly up to date is number 2, and then I don't know. We're gonna have to just ranking who we love the most.
Well, hey, look, that'll
be our
about to hit
After
a
Dark.
million downloads.
That's kind of a big deal. 7
cool.
digits.
Yeah.
Well, let me know when we hit 1,111,111.
Keep track. I just noticed we were almost
just keep checking.
So thank you, everybody. We'll see you next week in 301.
Love ya.
Bye.